Welcome to the RewardWoks software from Zavez for Reynolds & Reynolds. Today we're going to view a brief demonstration of the software RewardWoks while we talk about how we work with your Reynolds & Reynolds system. The entire reason that Zavez is in business is to help out accounts payable. Who takes American Express, how to get the vendors their payment information, and reconciling. Where we get started is with your vendor list. You'll send us in a list of your vendors, and we'll go out and identify everyone's American Express policies. The other reason we do this is we need this information to create a SQL database. This is your SQL database. We help you download it, install it, and then we client install the individual PCs, so only those who you want to have the software RewardWoks will. RewardWoks is not a web-based program. It sits behind your firewalls, and it becomes your accounts payable helper tool for American Express. Now, RewardWoks sits as an option on any desktop of your choice. RewardWoks is looking for open invoices from Reynolds & Reynolds. So we want you to enter all of the open invoices into Reynolds as always. You'll post those invoices the same. You'll code those invoices the same. Just right before you go and batch all those invoices for a check run, you'll open up the RewardWoks software. Now, that's an important step. You'll always open up the RewardWoks software first. It's RewardWoks who knows who takes American Express, not Reynolds & Reynolds. So by opening RewardWoks before you do a check run, you're going to get all of those American Express vendors out of the way. When you first open up RewardWoks, it's going to go automatically into Reynolds & Reynolds using queries, and it's going to pull over all the open invoices of the vendors who take American Express. Now, you can immediately go up top in RewardWoks, and you can sort these invoices by due date. Then we can sort these invoices by the largest amount, or we can sort by invoice number. The software is very user-friendly. Now, you can absolutely select these invoices one by one, but we can also right-click, and then we have the option to select all the invoices for air gas, or we can select all the invoices altogether. Now, we've made this pop-up box come up that says we've run into our available limit. This is a great example of multiple card use. Many companies are going to have more than one American Express card. Maybe you have a card in the pocket for travel and expenses. Maybe the owner has an American Express card. And then we have another card just for payables. Well, you very well could have a designated amount set aside, and the software wants to help you keep track of that. Now, this is the amount that you program in the software. It's never pulling any information from the Internet. So this month, maybe we want it to remind us at $50,000, and next month we can change that to $150,000. Now, before we actually post any of these invoices, I want to run a report here. This is called a report on selection. What this is designed to show me everybody who's about to go on the American Express card. It will break down any totals and credits. It's like your pre-authorization report, or it's like your open invoice report, but now it's just for American Express vendors. Any report that you generate in our software, one click of the mouse, and you can easily put this into PDF, Excel, or Word, and by default, we use Crystal Reports. But let's go ahead and pay these vendors. So we can go down here to Pay Invoices. This is going to bring us to one more confirmation screen. And then we click Accept, and now we're done. My software is going to automatically generate this remittance advice or payment letter to send to our vendors. Now, sending this to your vendors is 100% up to you. Whether we fax this, whether we email this, or whether we print this out and mail it just like a check, that is all 100% under your control. If you have an email address or fax number in Reynolds, the software can and will pull that information over to display it on each payment letter. We can have this letter signed just like a check. You can have two signatures. You can have one. You can have none. We do not use designated Reynolds & Reynolds printers, so if there's another printer in the office we can send this to, that's easily done. The software can be set up to automatically generate emails for individual vendors you wish to do that with. We help you set that email function up right when we get you trained. Now, after you've sent this letter to your vendors, we are done. You will go back in and update Reynolds and Reynolds with each of these accounts that were paid. Reynolds does not allow Zavez to go back and update the system. We can only pull the invoices over using queries. The software is going to help you keep a record of all of these transactions. RewardWoks acts as a backup because of that SQL database. So as long as you back this information up, we can run a payment history by vendor. We're going to select all vendors, and then what we'll get is a closed invoice report to help us go back and know which accounts we need to update in Reynolds. Now we can run this same report, but I'm going to check Summarize, and then what we're going to get is a report that looks like our American Express statement. We can take this report and put it into Excel, and then you can line this report right up next to your American Express online or at work statement to reconcile just like you would with your banking statement. Now we've got about a dozen different reports here ranging from open invoice and aging reports to conditional reports, what vendors take American Express, and any report takes 2 clicks of the mouse to put it in any one of 4 formats. Well, thank you very much for joining me today for my demonstration. I want you to know after we install, after we configure, and after we train, we will remain as on-demand support and service for any questions you have. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.